In recent years, savvy alcohol marketers have begun to target women with gender-specific products. Brand names like Girls Night Out, Skinny Girl, Mommy Juice. In turn, women have closed the gender gap on risky drinking. In her book, Drink, the intimate relationship between women and alcohol, and Dowsett Johnson weaves her personal story of battling the bottle with startling statistics that might make you think twice about pouring that after-work cocktail. Good morning, and really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
There is so much ground to cover, but let's start with your personal story. What has your journey been with alcohol?
My journey is, I think, a pretty classic one where I was fine in my 20s and 30s and 40s. I was the mom who went to work, came home, chopped vegetables, poured myself a glass of wine before I oversaw some homework. Very simple. Then in my 50s, I had a really lonely period, empty nest, menopause, depression. And those one and a half glasses of wine turned into 3, 4. When it hit 5, I went to treatment.
When did you realize that you weren't so alone in this experience?
I thought that I was utterly alone, and then all of a sudden began as a journalist clipping newspapers and realizing that there were women in Britain, women in the United States with my story, and that more professional, high-functioning woman was getting into trouble with alcohol. Not my mom's story, stay-at-home moms of the 60s. Very, very different picture.
And a really different picture when it comes to the statistics with women drinking. You sort of uncovered a lot of this. How did that pertain to you? Why do you think that you were turning to alcohol?
It's our favorite drug. It's legal. It's socially acceptable, and we drink in our culture. To walk into most places, and the first question you'll be asked is red or white. So women self-medicate. We self-medicate. We're more likely to suffer from depression. I did, 40% more likely than men. I did, and it was easier than going and seeing a doctor and asking for antidepressants.
Now, at what point did you feel like you were ready to actually reveal this to the world? Because some very intimate details and some beautiful stories too about your love life, but then also lost love. When were you ready to do this?
I had an agent that was sure that I should tell this story. I wanted to tell this story, but it was the hardest decision. Once I started writing, it was easy. But to decide to out yourself in a world that's so laden with stigma, I think was very difficult. It is very difficult. I feel quite naked.
You said that you feel like you're swimming in the clear, cool water of truth. Is it easy to keep your head above water throughout all of this?
Yes, yes it is. I think our secrets kill us. And, you know, we all have a personal life and a professional life and then a secret life. My secret life is out there for all to read, and I'm proud of it because I'm determined to fight the stigma around addiction.
Well, can you talk a little bit more about that and how also women are labeled differently, perhaps?
I'm one of the founding members of something called Faces and Voices of Recovery Canada, which is determined to show the face of recovery. I'm 5 years now without a drink. I'm happy, fulfilled, living the life I want to lead. This is what it looks like. I'm not that person under the bridge with the brown paper bag. I am the face of a high-functioning addict who's in recovery, and it can be a great life, and we want to really change the stigma, much as it's been changed around mental health.
So at what point, I mean, I guess what is the point? What do women need to look out for? Where is the slippery slope?
Right. The slippery slope is more than 9 drinks a week, 9 or 10 drinks a week. You should count your drinks. You should know that 15% of breast cancer cases are connected to alcohol consumption. You know, we know all about trans fats and tanning beds. Just educate yourself. I'm not trying to be a killjoy. I'm not saying just because I can't drink, you shouldn't.
Right.
But I'm saying just use it. You have an educated conversation with yourself about it.
It was a real eye-opener and beautifully, beautifully written. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I know Anne will be appearing today at the Fetal Alcohol Syndrome Alberta Conference at the Westin Hotel. Drink is the title of the book. I suggest you pick it up. Nice to meet you.